Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to catch up really. I've had quite a lot of questions about like what I'm up to and I don't know what's going on with my hands. I've had quite a lot of questions about what I'm up to, general, what's going on. So I thought I would do a bit of a update, have a little bit of a chat with you guys. I always feel quite awkward doing this kind of video because I'm like, well, why does anybody want to know what I'm up to? But you know, here we are. And this is what we're doing. So I'm gonna have a little bit of a sip of my brew and crack on. Now I guess the first thing, it's quite obvious, is I've just had my hair chopped. Oh, where's it all gone? Literally just got back about an hour ago. So yeah, I decided to have a good chop. Girls, if you've got long hair, I'm sure you'll understand what I say when I was just bored. It was so long and so heavy, and even though it's like good to keep your neck warm because now it's getting colder, I just couldn't do anything with it. It was so thick and heavy. And I think one thing I would recommend if you do have really long hair is try and look after it. Now mine is really thick, as well as having just a lot of it. I probably had about like a good 6 inches chopped off because it was right down here. But yeah, it feels so much better. Had a load of layers cut into it as well. I've not curled it or anything yet, which I probably will do just to get some like volume in it. But my hairdresser and friend Chloe's just done an amazing job and I absolutely love it. So thanks, Chloe. Feel like a new woman. I think the most obvious thing other than my hair, and probably the most frequent questions that I've had is to do with competing and why I didn't do the British, which was like this weekend just gone. A number of different reasons. Something that I may go into in more detail in a separate video, but the main reason was that I felt like I started competing this year. I started prep in January and I competed from April and then through into May, which I wasn't planning on doing. I just wanted to do one show, possibly two, and then see how we went. I ended up doing 3 shows. I was very fortunate that I won the 2 qualifiers, which was for the British and for it was a world selection event. So I won both of those, and then I was invited to compete in the pro show at Body Power, which is a big deal. It's probably one of the most important competitions that I've ever done, and I was up against international, so people from China and just all over the world, pros, PCA pros, as well as like top level amateurs, which I guess is what I was classed as, and I came 5th. So it was an amazing day. If you haven't seen my show day vlogs, I'll make sure that I pop the links in the description box for you so that you can go back and look at them. I do actually have footage from Body Power, which I never edited because it was one of those that like, it was an amazing show and I was so overwhelmed that I don't think I filmed that much footage. But if it's something that you'd like to see, please do let me know and I might get it edited and show you. So yeah, I ended up doing 3 shows and I was on prep whilst we were staying with family because if you don't know, we bought a house. We've renovated the house, which we are currently in. So I did 3 full hardcore preps whilst I was living in someone else's house and still working a full-time job and travelling and training, and it was just, I mean, I did it. I don't know how I did it looking back now, like something I'm so proud of. But when we moved, I just kind of thought, you know what? I've done so much already this year. I didn't set out to do as much as what I'd already done. I didn't feel like there was any pressure. I hadn't competed to like prove anything to anyone or anything to myself. And it's the first time since starting competing. God, I sound like I've been doing it for years. I've been competing for what, 3 years? 4 if you include last year because I had a year out. And it's the first time that I've never felt like I had to do finals or felt like I had to place in the finals or I had anything to prove to anybody, or you know, I'm just so content and in such a good place, and I am so happy with everything that's going on that I decided not to do it. A couple of reasons that, you know, we're going to go on to in a sec is also just this year has been so busy. and I just didn't want to miss out, I guess, on events and things that we've been part of. So yeah, bittersweet, honestly, like looking back at the people and my clients that competed in the finals this weekend, because I love being on stage and I do wish that I was on stage, but at the same time I'm also glad that I didn't have that 16-week prep leading up to it, because I just wouldn't have been able to do it with everything that's been going on. And Worlds is in, I think it's in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. And again, I know people would do anything to get an invite to the Worlds, and someone actually told me that I was taking things for granted. And I was like, okay, that's your opinion, you know, I've worked hard, I did get the invite. I obviously did well to get that invite. Whether I choose to actually take part or not is not really anything to do with you, it's my choice. And there will always be next year if I decide to do it next year. If I don't, or sorry, if I do decide to try and qualify again, I will have to re-qualify. And that's totally fine. You know, I might not get that invite again, but at least I can say that I did it and I'm happy with, you know, the outcome of everything. So yeah, we bought the house back in February. It completed in February. We're now obviously in like nearly November. We moved in May, and there's still a lot to do. We still have no doors on, but it's alright. It's just me and Paul. It's our home, and we're loving it. Now, the reason again that I didn't compete, or should I say another reason, and you know, we've had so much going on. I've had the pleasure of being at two of my closest friends' weddings. I was a bridesmaid for one of the girls, and I'm a bridesmaid again for my best friend in 2 weeks. Paul is a groomsman, which will be awesome for I've never been at a wedding when we've both been there, both been a part of like the wedding party, I guess, so really looking forward to that. We've had hen do's to go on. We had an amazing trip with friends to Mallorca. Again, I actually filmed and vlogged that. We went cliff jumping, which I've never done before. That was insane. And we also went for my friend Charlotte's hen do to Milan. Just the most incredible weekend. I've never walked as much in my entire life. I think in one day we ended up doing something like 34,000 steps. Crazy, ridiculously hot weather, but the food is just out of this world. We did a wine tasting. They have like indoor outdoor markets that aren't markets, they're actual food stores for like tapas, and they have wine bars, and you can just kind of work your way around. So rather than going for like a sit down meal, you can just grab a little bit of tapas from one place and a little bit from somewhere else and chill and eat that, and then go and get a drink. It's incredible. If you've never been, I highly recommend it. So we've been there, and now we're not going away until New Year, which should be exciting. Now, alongside all of that, as I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I am working with My Protein. I was approached by My Protein. This is probably one of the most exciting things that's happened this year. Everything's exciting, but I just can't believe that such an amazing company actually approached me. So yeah, I'm working with My Protein. They sponsor me, and it's just insane to be part of such a massive company that is actually so close-knit, and all the other athletes and ambassadors are so like, we're like this. We literally have a WhatsApp group, and the support in this WhatsApp group is just, it's mental. We have monthly like events and meetups and things, and yeah, it's awesome. I've got a couple of clothing haul videos coming to show you, because today there's actually another release as I'm filming it today, so it's already up when you guys see this. And it just, when I started my fitness journey, it wasn't to actually put it out on social media. It was as a job, and it's because I enjoyed it and I enjoyed training. It's now become so much more than that, and I think the whole social media side of it has come as part of more like documenting my journey to start with, and then it's transitioned into work. So yeah, when I started out, like I can remember buying my first bit of protein. It was actually from My Protein. and I never thought that I would be able to work with such an amazing company. I mean, I know there's so many companies out there, and I've always said that I would never work with someone that I didn't truly believe in. And I know people say this and it sounds so kind of cliche, but I have issues with like my digestion and stuff, so I can only eat certain types of protein, and yeah, everything that I've tried works. Clothing has just gone like this. And I'm just so blessed to be able to work with them. So that is probably one of the biggest updates that I've got for you guys. Second to that, and because I've had so many questions about it, again, if you follow me on Instagram, we are getting a puppy. And now that in itself is so petrifying. Like, I am so scared of bringing this little, I say little, she's not little, she's massive, this pup home and her being reliant on us. Like, I genuinely feel like we're becoming parents. So we bring her home in a couple of days. She is an Alaskan Malamute. If you don't know what one of those are, I will just pop a picture somewhere here so you can see what she looks like now. Now, Alaskan Malamutes are basically a bigger version of a husky. So think bigger in size in general, more fur, more like fluffier, bigger heads, bigger paws, bigger tails, more mess to clean up from her fur. But yeah, we're just so excited. She's called Ica. And if you don't like dogs, then I'm gonna say now there's probably no point in following me on Instagram, because, no, I'm joking, there is of course point, but I will be posting a lot of her on my stories because she's just so flipping cute. And I'm just, yeah, I'm so excited. And I realised that I'm waffling so much. I've rambled on for long enough. I hope that I've answered some questions and given you a bit of an update from what I've kind of been asked on social media. If you do have any more questions, then please leave them in the comments below, and I of course will get back to you. Possibly film another video. I feel like I want to do a Q&A because I've not done one of those in quite a while. So let me know, connect with me. What am I doing? Connect with me on Instagram. I'll pop all my links below, and of course my protein, I will pop my discount code down there because you get 35% off, and everybody likes to save some money anyway. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. If you haven't subscribed already, then pretty please do, because I would love to get to 2,000 like ASAP. That would be brilliant. And give this video a big cheeky thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!